Hello, and welcome to Jade Kind Gaming Presents The Observatory. My name is Bob, and this is the 60th session of the Shadow Kingdom 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign. I'm joined here with Austin as Mary, Ryan as Mother June, Adam as Herr Wolfgang, and Nick as Maribel. We left off right before our Friday morning meeting. So, obviously, you all get a long rest. You need to roll your portents. Woe and Wade, or Wade or Woe, or Woe or Win.
Wade Wilson.
Wade Wilson, yeah.
Roll your Wade Wilson.
Roll away, Wilkin. Don't worry about that.
Is that your Wade Wilson roll?
No, that was a spinning wheel that I clicked on out of curiosity.
Did it spin?
It did spin.
There you go.
Spin
now,
it.
Now you know.
It do spin. It do be spinning, that wheel. Alrighty. So, 9 o'clock rolls around. You go into your morning meeting. Spartacus has already set up the foodstuffs for the day. And you all mosey on in. I believe last we left off, you sent Hammerstein to relieve Molly, but Molly did not make it back before the end of last week's meeting.
Right.
Yes.
So Molly is there, Hammerstein is not. So any questions for Molly would be doable. So
Has did during your watch the sorceress return to her house?
sorry, I'm looking up a note.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're good.
How dare you have notes? That's Ryan's job. You're taking Ryan's job.
Took my gear.
He's got notes and stuff that I don't know.
He needs to just pass those along to you and let you take care of all.
Yeah, and then we'll just switch characters.
And Ryan runs the rest of your game.
It's like, I realize this was more bookwork than I intended. Want to switch? Alright. Okay.
How to play a old style wizard.
Okay, so yeah, no kidding. So Molly did not see her.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Have we had any message back from the extordium that she stopped by there? I guess that would be Spartacus, or did we send one of Molly's boys over there?
Actually, the Extordium currently is being run by what's his name? Elias Wood.
Mm.
yeah. So Wood's running it. So, but we did have the spy network, so Molly might have been able to talk with them and give us that info as if the sorceress has moved over and tried to contact the Extordium.
Molly hasn't heard anything from her spy network as of yet.
Okay.
Just, your meeting begins.
Would we want to start with trying to take out whatever blades remain, or just searching the sewers again?
Searching the sewers for...
Trying to find where the coin might go.
It might be worth finishing mapping the area just to see if there's a big empty spot.
And just so you know, you're lacking that information right now about what I found out, because I'm going to tell it here at the meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Spartacus, as you go and sit down in your standard seat, there's a package next to Mother June that Spartacus has left for you.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, I bring up, when we do eventually do those string of ambushes versus a blade, do we want to have our guys cloaked up to more hide their identity, face mask, cloaks? And if so, do you want them to look like they're part of a gang or just random dudes? I was wondering if we wanted, like, and emblazon those cloaks
Ah.
with iconography of the pyre.
No, if we're bothering with cloaks, then that seems like more of a stealthy approach. And when you're being stealthy, you don't emblazon, your house, your home address upon your stealth attire. You don't know who I am, but here's where to find me.
Well, I don't believe the pyre is associated with us currently.
No.
Yeah. It is just to make a name for the gang while taking out another gang, while also keeping the identities and where we live secret.
Yeah. Do we get anything from having like an actual public gang reputation, except for like maybe don't mess with us to people?
You get
I feel like it's going to happen.
Well, yeah. It's like we're gonna get a reputation. They're gonna.
Unless we're just black ops all the way through. But yes, I just know real gangs seem to be really into iconography and, this is our turf, don't come here.
I mean, perhaps something more subtle. Maybe not just like a symbol, but maybe like a color that's worn or something like that. Like orange for fire.
Mm-hmm. But if we were to do that, I guess there would be the problem of getting the cloaks and having the cloaks not being, brought back, tracked back to us. So, more having, getting 40 plus cloaks all in the same style. And
I mean, that's where Spartacus comes in.
Yeah.
That's literally where he specializes. That's
As Spartacus is just like,
I'm going to go ahead and side on the practical instead of being ostentatious at this point. Maybe after we've established ourselves, we could pretend like we're not actually some sort of ruffians and that we're legitimate.
Okay, so I guess just normal cloaks and I don't know what the lower mask covering is. It wouldn't be a balaclava in this time. It's just like
a mask.
Yeah,
It's called a mask. That's what we call it.
When I think mask, I think domino mask, which is up around the eyes and not around the mouth. Who knows?
During that pandemic thing that happened like 6 years ago, what did you put on your face? Was it a domino or?
Yeah, that's true. Anyways.
Or we could have everybody in like the faceless moon masks. Oh, or we could have them with masks that make them like the soapies where you can't actually see anything.
That's a very niche reference for the audience out there.
Mm-hmm.
We could give them all Steve Buscemi masks.
Comment below if you know that reference.
Because I missed that one.
Yeah, I ignored it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess just get cloaks and masks for the boys and have Spartacus do that.
And take it out of their pay, because you got to pay for that.
You pay for your uniform.
Of course.
I mean, we have given them a lot. The least they could do is pitch in for not getting arrested as they murder people in the streets.
Now, there is also the possibility, depending on how things go, given that the leader of the gang was not well seen, that if we just take out the top layer that would have seen him, we might be able to continue leading some of the lower ones.
I think we had discussed that and that they would still be loyal. I mean, maybe.
But loyal to who? If we promote from within, so that it's still some of those saying like, oh, such and such is lost, you're called in, and it's someone that they've never met before, is higher up, controlling things with them, but it's still internal.
You have blind sight, right?
The bat has blind sight.
Okay.
I do not.
Excellent.
I have 18 perception. But my counter-argument is that Maribel's counter-argument is to that is, screw them, they opposed us, kill them all.
Hey, Mary.
Yes.
You notice that there's a moth in the corner of the room.
I do glance at it. I guess knowledge nature. Would it be a moth that would, normally be in this area?
It's daytime.
Sure, knowledge nature. there's a moth in the corner of the room.
18, so...
I know, the correct protocol is to leap up and go, Druid check!
Yeah.
That was just a bug.
In which case, we've killed them all.
Not likely a druid. Probably somebody polymorphed if it's a bug.
24.
That's true.
That's not really a native moth. You haven't seen that moth in the area. I mean, you know the general bugs in the area, and that's a weird one.
I do it. I yell, Druid check, throw something at the moth.
Okay, roll for smushing.
Dex, so 11.
It flies away from the book that you eat at, or the glass that you throw
But
at.
no, really, that shouldn't be here. Kill it.
Are
hey,
there
moth.
any windows, and if so, are they open?
Moth, make
No.
an intelligence save.
It did make it.
Well, it gets hit with a mind sliver. 9 psychic damage.
So as you just kind of go, as you throw a cup and you just kind of go, fucking peasant. A about 5'6" elven woman lands on the ground, holding her head, going, "Ow!"
-4 on her, -4 penalty on her next saving throw.
Tasha's hideous laughter.
Okay.
Do I?
DC?
It's 16 for wisdom, I think. Yeah, wisdom.
Okay.
It might as well just be 20. She's got -4.
Yeah. And she now swallows it down.
Old person.
She made the check.
Yeah.
Okay, silvery barbs. Roll that again.
Try again.
Yeah. Now she's laughing.
She does not have -4 on that one.
Yeah. It don't matter.
All right.
Hey,
Manacles?
Walk up. Yeah, I walk up for
Manacles.
manacles. you just
spell
action
slots.
grab manacles. Yeah. Manacle her
Yeah.
from behind.
Well. Is this our sorceress with the red hair?
It is a red-haired elven woman.
But no, really. Druid check.
Well, she has access to polymorph, and now she's laughing and manacled. Well, I've got her laughing. Anything that we want to keep her alive for?
Well,
taking over the blades, right?
I mean, I'd like to know what she knows.
Herr here feels like... Ooh. And you did say come and check in with us if you wanted to join, so I figured we can talk them.
This
Maybe...
is not where we told her to leave.
That's a good point. Give her a promotion for initiative.
Mhm. But on the other hand, I am pro kill them all as I look at her.
It's like, well, I've got her laughing. And it's like we're gonna have to think of a way to keep her from leaving.
Well, I mean,
She stops laughing.
Old person.
She gets a saving throw every 6 seconds against Tasha's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My DC is 17. And,
Countered.
Countered.
well,
oh, welcome to a room full of casters.
I suggest you let us hold you.
that counterspell.
Otherwise, we
counterspell's
just need to
somatic.
kill
She
you.
probably can't cast counterspell.
She's
She's
a
magical.
sorceress.
If it was subtle, he can't counter her counterspell.
Oh, that's right.
Because you didn't see it happen. As I was going to say, I'm like, was something wrong when here, one way or the other.
She's like, I feel like manacled is good.
You better start talking quick if you want to stick around.
Well, I mean, you so kindly broke into my home and left me an invitation.
This isn't where we invited you.
No, but the slums is dirty.
Look over at Spartacus.
Vargas is just like, damn wrong.
Very well.
And, I mean, you so kindly let me back here.
Were you there the entire time we were looking about?
Of course. One doesn't set up their entire home to make it so that you can be invisible to being detected by magic, and not use that to their advantage.
I don't know if we can trust her, but I like the way she thinks.
She is clever. So,
Walk back over and sit in my chair.
so what is? It's like, do you have a loyalty to the Blades?
I have a loyalty to my paycheck. I have a job that I'm good at. I don't much feel like dealing with the paperwork of running it, but I like my second spot.
Oh, were you second in command?
Yes.
Who has the best insight?
Oh, I do. Thank you for asking.
Of us?
It's like yours is trained and you have 2.
Either of us.
So 7 and 7?
5 and
5.
5 and 5.
Yep, 2. I was pretty sure I'd check.
Well, Mother makes the most sense, so I just casually cast Enhance Wisdom on Mother June. So
Just
she can
dropping
better...
spells in front of the
yeah.
person.
She's just like,
Just can see you casting spells.
she's just like, I mean, I'm all tied up. I guess if you wanted to attest to my veracity, I can't really object to it.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her questions related to kind of her involvement in the Blades, and what I'm going to try to suss out is whether or not she's somebody who could be potentially turned into somebody who works for us, or if she's essentially got a she's just hiding it to try to get one up over us.
Okay. So what's your specific question? Because you just like outlined about an hour's worth of talking. Like, if you're going to do a general vibes check, that's one thing. If you're going to insight for each of those individual things, I actually need the question.
I think basically what he's saying is he's inciting for, will she actually be loyal if we just keep paying her as such and
okay, so you're her character.
Yeah, and so if you want like a specific question, it's just like if you're
The more vague you are,
Mhm.
the higher the DC is because of the more information you're getting from
Yeah.
it. So if you have a specific question, it tends to have a lower DCs for what you're rolling. Because with that vague of a question, you're basically going, I want a perfect understanding of their character and how it relates to me in this campaign beneficially. Which is a borderline impossible thing, so it would be around a DC 30 to suss out at the beginning.
Yeah, no. The question would be: is this somebody who can be a loyal member of our gang?
Okay. See,
Can she
that's
be-
a very specific question.
Can she be bought and stay bought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm adding stuff. I see you rolling.
I mean, I could, but I'm not.
So added a 5 to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 24.
Okay. She might require a bit more oversight than most of your lieutenants and sergeants now. She might try to skim a little extra off the top. You probably would have to keep an eye on her, but as long as you actually kept an eye on her and made sure that she knew that you were in charge, she'd probably be very good at her job. But there is always the potential of, if you're negligent, you don't pay attention. For example, she had an awful nice house, almost as nice as the actual guy who was running the gang. But he was pretty absentee.
Right.
It's like he had a whole house and she had an apartment.
She had
an apartment with a basement.
and
That root cellar.
and the entire thing was enchanted.
Yeah.
True.
And I feel like it was the second floor apartment with a root cellar.
No, it was
It
first
was-
floor.
It was a first floor.
Oh, was it first floor? Okay.
Yeah, it was,
There was a second story. Who knows? Maybe she owned that entire, block.
Regardless.
But it was more of the entire thing had been enchanted.
Yeah.
With permanent enchantments of all sorts of different varieties so that she could hide.
I pull Richter aside and kind of give him my impression of her that and it's like she seems like somebody who could be bought, but we'd have to keep a close eye on her. She's somebody who's willing to take plenty of herself from whatever we would earn.
I'm willing to give it a shot.
Well,
As you turn back around, she's like sitting down in your spot drinking tea, talking just like,
She is still manacled behind her back.
oh, they were behind her back.
Yes,
Yes.
it's behind her. Yeah.
Okay, well then give me 1 second. She's sitting there drinking tea with her manacles in front of her.
I kind of just want to kill her.
Yeah, she's getting off the cocky.
You do note that while she is sitting there minding her own business, drinking tea, Molly had disappeared and is now seemingly directly behind her with blades drawn. So as she's nonchalantly sitting there being cocky, you kind of get the feeling that she has no idea that Molly is in a position to deal with her.
In a position.
As Hammerstein sits there and starts distracting her with random chatter.
You make the call. It's a gamble. We could solve it now.
and kind of look at her and it's like, so, do you actually know anything about your boss's vault?
Oh, yes.
Just the thumbs down.
It's going to be a terribly difficult thing for you to find without someone who at least knows where to start.
Were you or were you not aware that we have the services of not one but two skilled necromancers?
I mean,
I know a doctor that would quite like to carve you to pieces.
Just saying.
now,
uh,
I've dealt with necromancers before.
Yeah, this one would also like to see you dead.
Yes, well, best of luck. Precautions have been taken.
hey man, I'm all for it. Hey, why don't you bring her in? Because we know all know I'm famed for my good decision making.
Yes. It's like, my vote is no, but...
I say we adjourn to another room. Let cloaked friend decide if they need to do anything. But seems that she would make it easier for us for sure if we ally with her.
I mean, yeah, why not?
I'm all about the simple life.
I ask her the question, what is it that you value most? Your freedom? Money?
I
Control over other people.
authority, yes. I like making them scurry.
Silence. I'm gonna grapple her.
Oh.
Alright. Yeah,
One
grapple her.
action, silence.
Yeah. Grapple her hand out of her mouth. I point to Molly at her. I point at Molly to her.
Okay. Molly starts killing her?
Yeah.
Alright. Ooh. Yeah, Molly drives her dagger deep into her side.
Ooh, poor lady. She did not play nice enough. She rolled them dice and lost.
Okay. So, yeah, lady is currently quite injured.
Alright, and I'm holding on to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll start stabbing her with my short sword.
Hop across the table with my moon sickle. Just into the face.
Natural 20.
Just looking over like Spartacus, be like, another interesting morning.
What are you talking
what
about?
A fun day.
Spartacus has to be pissed. We're making such a mess of this room.
Whatever. Doomsday. Just what a fun day.
12 slashing damage.
Alright. Hold on 1 second, I need to look something up. This would have been much easier if I had... I forgot my iPad. Or my little pad.
Oh no, your collection of D&D Beyond. Are you using your phone for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use. They've got a really nice
Much
app.
smaller.
You can't have multiple
much small.
tabs.
And,
Yeah.
Well, I can't have multiple tabs, and I have all the other stuff bookmarked on the tablet and not here.
Mm.
Do we have advantage against someone who's grappled?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
For melee, yeah.
Because we're all silenced. And
Right.
Okay. So after... How much did you do?
12.
Okay. So after you stab, she disappears.
Poof.
Drop silence. Get her.
okay,
The manacles fall to the ground.
Bonus action. You guys get to make your movement as a reaction and get some temporary HP.
start double moving to get outside and start looking.
Alright. There's no windows in this room, but you can go to like one of the bedrooms and find windows there, or are you trying to run out the front of the building?
Just through, like, if we open the meeting room door, is there a room across from that, or any windows we can see from there?
There's a hallway of rooms that are like that you and your people are staying in, and those all have windows, but the meeting room does not.
And the hallway does not?
The hallway does not. The hallway has doors leading to rooms.
Okay. Into the next room across the hall from that to get to the window.
Alright.
And face step outside
Okay.
and start looking for her.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
So that is 33.
You look around and you're checking every piece of wildlife that goes by and every little blade of grass. And she's not on this side of the building that you can see.
Yeah. Well, keep running to check more sides of the building.
Alright, well that's your turn. That's your movement in turn.
As soon as he goes out, basically stand in the way where I am obstructing and making sure only that as people I know want to get out of the door. Basically, because she could still be more or less right there. She had the manacles undone to get in front of her, right?
Oh, she didn't undo them. She hopped them.
Okay. Then basically walk over to... So we're thinking she's probably polymorphed again is best theory with the knowledge we have of what she can do.
Or teleported. I don't know.
But teleported probably would have kept the manacles on her.
I think we've discussed this before, but we ran
You can dimension door out of and use other teleportations to remove yourself from bindings.
Okay.
You can do it out of your clothes too if you felt so inclined.
If she has used Dimension Door, that means that she's blown at least 2 4th level spells, though.
I mean, yeah.
But while you're waiting, you can always cast Detect Magic and scan the room for invisibility.
Oh yeah, you can just cast that.
Yeah.
I always forget.
Yep.
In the smoothness, you can just you can use the spells as actions.
I have not cast any spells today. That was yesterday. So yeah, kind of go over near your door and cast Detect Magic to kind
Okay.
of scan room.
As you look through the room, you see some magical items, some magical gear. Basically, the things that the people in the room are wearing. You don't see
Her.
her. You don't see an invisible person.
Don't see her there.
No.
Continue on. I can see what door he went in, probably because it's
Yeah.
open. And the other end of the hall goes to a room that then looks out the other way.
Yeah.
I go through there.
Okay.
Go look out a window on the other end.
Okay. So that's
Obviously, not only just looking for magic, but also trail of blood.
Yeah. Okay. You cast a spell. Like any further actions, you kind of don't have any because you used them to cast spells. So, Mother June, you did the.
Wouldn't he be next?
Oh yeah, he would be next. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Well, yours was what, reaction movement?
Yep. You could use your reaction to make your movement.
I guess I'll put in the effort. I expeditious retreat, and then that'll help me on the next turns. But in this turn, I just get out the building and go up,
Okay.
so I can get a look at anybody bolting.
Okay.
Because it's early morning. If anybody's blitzing through alleyways, I'm just gonna. It's probably them. So that's it. Because expedition just lets you bonus action move.
Yeah, it double or you can triple move.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you get to be full rogue as a caster. Okay, so yeah.
But yeah, then just spiral out when I get up. And
Okay.
I got a good view of the
Expeditious is action, yes.
area. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, then you do get a perception check
Oh joy!
because you can do a perception check to deliberately search.
I'm so good at those. I rolled a 10, so 12.
Okay. You don't see her.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's like, while I'm still here, Tamale, and it's like close the net around her as best you can. I throw the dagger at her.
Yeah.
Molly just grabs it and starts running. She pulls out a stone and takes it and shatters it on the floor, and a bolt of light goes up through the ceiling into the sky. And for those of you who are outside, like, it doesn't break through the ceiling, but it goes up like a beacon through the ceiling.
I've played a video game.
Yeah. And for those of you who are outside, there appears a big holographic version of the elf lady.
Neat.
And
Someone sought ahead to our hatred of teleportation bull.
yeah, and with just like a big Ghostbusters circle and slash through it. Molly's like, they're informed. And she takes off. And Hammerstein's right on her tail.
Alright, so I'm going to, while I still got them inside, going to, use my Bardic Inspiration to also give them a reaction movement and some temporary HP.
Molly and Hammerstein?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I can see them. And then I'm going to run out to try to catch up to this runner.
Alright. So you can go ahead and do a search, or you can do perception or investigation, Adam, because you're looking for blood trails or anything of that nature from the window, so you can do either of those.
If you're going to give me a choice, I am going to investigate.
Yeah, I figured, but it's Both of those are an action, and both of those will get you similar answers because you're not just looking for
22.
Her, you're looking for blood trails.
Yeah.
You do see something that looks a little off on a wall, about 400 feet out of the building. From the side that you are on.
Yeah, if I kind of shout out, any of the searchers out here? Kind of like down from the window to see if any of like the people that have walked out.
I mean, Molly went out the other room because that window was actually opened. So she didn't have to
teleport through the
glass.
window. Yeah.
Oh, right, that one would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, Molly and Hammerstein are coming into the room with you. And you're like,
I'll like
yeah.
open up the window and kind of be like, check out from there.
And they're like, okie dokie. And they both just jump out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And as Molly passes you, you'll note that her clothes shimmer. And it's now just a leather armor. Like, her pink zoot suit disappears
It's like,
into armor.
we've seen her do the reversing it manually.
She likes fashion, and that's where she puts her money.
Yeah.
It's like, I disagree with that on principle, but I understand.
Okay, so you guys have a clue. You have Molly and Hammerstein following.
They're looking.
Yeah, you see Molly and Hammerstein running out. You would be going on the other side of the building since you searched that side and didn't see anything.
Yep.
And Molly and Hammerstein are just fucking booking it down the road.
Yeah, if I see them and they yell out that we think we have something, I'll go back to them. But
they need acrobatics. checks.
if not, I'll...
So Molly transforms and does this glorious dive off of the building and then falls flat on her face at the bottom of the 2 stories. At which point, she just, like, cartoon scrambles, gets up and starts running. Like nobody saw it.
Yes. If they don't get my attention, I will use Bunny Hop to add another 15 feet to...
You are on the 2nd story of the building. For the record. You are jumping off of, like, a 30-foot building. You're 30 feet off the ground right now.
Oh.
Jump right before you hit the ground.
Yeah, the meeting room's 2nd story.
That I realized.
But isn't he already teleport out?
Yeah, I thought I would have gone to the window, teleported, like...
Oh,
dive.
I understood that you were teleporting onto the roof.
Oh.
In which case you wouldn't see Molly and you wouldn't see Hammerstein.
Okay, yeah. If I'm on the...
I assumed you were on the roof looking. Because you didn't say you went to the ground. You just said you teleported out the window.
Yeah, I didn't know there was, like, a roof above the first floor. Like, an awning?
Well, all of them have roofs. The building.
Well, he thought maybe it was a straight wall up where first floor and the second floor are straight up.
Yeah, I understood that he went up.
Oh, he'd be teleporting out the window would be somewhere he sees.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, you're on the ground.
Yeah, it's like, I don't
You're on
think
the ground. You don't see her on anywhere. You don't have any communication other than there's this huge holographic Ghostbusters nope for the lady.
So I circle around the side I was going, double move, and bunny hop reaction to get more movement. So that's 75 around our building.
Okay, so you're on the side of the building.
Yeah. It's like where I dropped down, looked, and I'm looking as I'm running around it.
Yeah. You're at the side of the building.
Yeah.
Like you're not behind the building yet. You're not to where they ran off.
That's fine.
Still got like another 100 feet or so.
That's
to go.
Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to keep pace, but I'm going to fall in behind Molly and Hammerstein.
Okay, you jumping out the window?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Acrobatics, DC 15, or you fall prone.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
This I'm max dex.
16.
Yeah, you don't fall prone, you don't take damage, you're fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna try as my best I can to try to keep pace with them, but I cannot move as a bonus action.
Yeah.
True, but they are going to waste another bardic inspiration to make them go even faster.
They are out of range.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, if
They can move 90 feet a turn.
yeah.
Plus the extra boost.
If they're beyond, I think it's like 60 feet, or no, it might be just if they can hear me.
You can do it. Go faster.
No, it's 60 feet.
Yeah, rogues are fast, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fast as heck, boys.
They're as fast as me right now, for now.
Yeah.
As your speed is retreating.
Yeah, you do see them, Molly and Hammerstein, tear ass off. So if you want to follow them, you can.
Oh, yeah, might as well. I'll helicopter them from above.
Just
Here on the I-95, we've got a car
Yeah,
chase.
he might be able to actually keep pace.
I can for the next 10 minutes.
No.
And then my expedition runs out and I can no longer keep pace.
oh, for heaven's sake.
Which would be tragic.
This would be so much easier if I had not forgotten my paper.
But you did.
I know. Shameful. Outrageous. What a shame. What a shame.
Shame this man.
Because I built it all up just so perfectly. What? Okay.
Throw Badger, be a raven.
I mean, to make
It
that
takes
a
like
raven,
an
that
hour.
takes a...
Oh.
I don't know if it's... Yeah, it is an hour, yeah.
It takes an hour.
Not something that can be done quickly.
No, not that one. Not that one. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Get some help. Is this the right one? Yes. Yes, it is. I mean, I changed some things, but in general, this'll wait.
Bad guy runs from the heroes. They surely wouldn't be petty enough to follow me this far. You fools! Those were murder hobos. Of course they're that petty.
It's my kill, my stuff.
Okay. So yeah, the chase is on. Okay, so
Them Duke boys.
there's a blood smear on a wall that you see,
Me?
or that he sees, that you guys are directed to, but you're following.
Yeah.
So you see the blood smear that they race past, and you see a general direction that they're going. But at this point, Molly and Hammerstein are kind of out of sight and have split off. So what are you doing to attempt to follow?
So I've got a general idea. Do they seem to be heading in the direction of the Blade territory?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just going to try to, based off my memory, kind of route a path to where I think, because how are her house and the bar?
They're relatively close to each other.
Okay, then I'm going to be heading in that direction then.
Okay. And you're trying to plot a course to get there as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and do a survival check for me.
Okay.
Because that's the only metric we have for going fast. Plotting a course quickly.
17.
17? Okay. So you've been there several times. You've gone there quite a few times, and you are relatively sure that this is probably going to be one of the faster ways.
Okay. Yeah.
And you're just basically heading to the bar and trying to cut her off,
Yeah.
as it were. Okay.
Or if I can see her up ahead of me and try to stop her if I'm able to catch up.
And your movement speed is
Normal.
so 30 feet, so
yeah.
you can go 60 a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can only do the whatever reaction movement a couple times, so it'd only be for burst when it's necessary.
Okay. Herr Wolfgang,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing?
Everyone that seems to be jumping out a window jumped out.
Yeah.
Close the window. Go back into the meeting room.
Okay.
Who's still here? Spartacus?
Spartacus is still here, and Doomsayer is still here, just sitting there in his spot going, I mean, this was terribly exciting. This was a really good time for me.
What a fun day.
Like, honestly, I don't even know why I brought a paper this morning. Ordinarily, these meetings feel like a gigantic waste of my day, but this was just, it makes up for it, you know? He looks over at Spartacus, and Spartacus is just sitting there, like, furiously, like, he has his magical Roomba out, and he's like, do you need that? He's pointing at the blood on the ground.
And go ahead and clean it here. I pull out the badger. I'm out of my senses for a bit, so you're useful. Let me know if things seem to come in and attack. And I hop into the orb. I start going through all of the skins and the piles and such in the below the blades' sewer, and basically going through, checking first through each one, and then have them basically go out and start just patrolling the sewer of that region. I'm just kind of filtering through the senses of different ones, basically trying to figure out if she comes in through this way, we have eyes manning their sewer.
Okay.
In case she's not going to her place, in case she's going to the place, the vault that we suspect is hidden in the sewer.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So, you can use your perception through their senses. So yeah, give me a perception check. Because that's one of the
21?
21. Because that's one of the fun abilities that the orb gives you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong notes. This is the right. Okay. So that's what you're doing, and you've got the badger keeping watch, and it's going to alert you if anyone enters the room hostilely.
Yeah. In case she just went very short distance and is hopping back.
So you chased me. I'll kill all your friends at home. All your non-combatants.
So Spartacus lets the Roomba loose on the room, cleaning up the...
Muss.
Yes.
I become a horse.
Okay.
That puts my speed up to 60 per movement, or 120.
Yep. So you're fairly quickly catching up to... well, actually, you got a survival check, too, because you're trying to get there quickly.
I know where the balance blades is, but I did get...
Oh, you got a natural one.
Yeah, but 3, 8, 11.
Okay. And
He passes right by our...
as you're running along, people keep, like, there's an old lady crossing the street, there's a cart that crosses,
Destroy them all.
and, like, it doesn't necessarily stop you, but it keeps sidetracking you, so you take a circuitous route there.
Sure. But understandable.
You're just like, man, why is it that everyone's moving panes of glass, things of watermelon? Like, it's just, just things crossing the street constantly.
All the fruit carts.
All the fruit carts. There was apparently a farmer's market you didn't know about. That was like a really good deal, but it's like, it's only for today, and you just have to gallop right on past.
Yep.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so about 10 minutes have passed, and you're keeping up with Molly and Hammerstein, but you're expeditious retreat has started to wane, or it's about to wane. So you have to decide whether you're going. And remember, it's like,
Yeah.
at the speed you're going, it's basically half the amount of time. So you'll probably get to the Balanced Blades area in about an hour and a half if you keep at this pace. But
Nah, at that point, if they're not here, that means they're lost. I might as well go in incognito and snoop around that way.
okay, so you're not experienced
No.
retreating again. Okay.
No, I only have 2 spell slots.
Well, how you spend them is your business.
Yeah, fireball. Gotta keep one in the pocket just in case.
Okay.
One in the chamber. So yeah, I'm going to land
Okay.
and go in as a very bland-looking woman with a big beard, because I already built up that person already had a good time at the bar.
Okay.
So it's pretty normal that he just comes back.
Bland lady with big beard.
I believe it was she describes herself as like a really boring lady, and I put on the same face and just added a beard.
Okay.
But yes, that was the night I did the forest rumors, when I informed everyone of how it really went down.
It made them forced sympathizers.
Because, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. I wasn't going to start drinking until later because, you're not supposed to drink during the day. It's a sin or whatever. But I was doing it, and I saw this lady, this big red-haired lady. She went on and on about how the Bounce Blades are the best, and they were going to kill that forest man because he was crooked. And I said, that ain't true. But she was real in on it. Had this funny, very specific facial feature that is directly linked to that lady we're looking for, and how she was just real upset with Forrest.
I don't know. Should we try to contact the rest of the gang to, gear up in case they try to retaliate against us?
That's what the signal was for.
Oh, I thought that was just search, not necessarily.
That's just hers. That's like her people are
Yeah.
searching for him.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you're behind. You can go and collect people.
Well, you'll have to
Be aware that you guys can't actually talk to each other at this point without using the sending stones.
Yes.
Right.
We are now far away.
Yes. You have to use your magical cell phone. That only gets one message. You
Yeah,
have a
you-
terrible message plan.
Yeah, it's like we totally need linked notebooks or the sending stones like that were in the movie that you get an hour of time before
Yeah.
they go out.
It's like you'll have to decide what Maribel's going to do.
Yeah, she would just keep going.
They're pretty quick. I'm going to take a break and go have a drink. I worked hard enough.
No one will notice.
I'm doing my job. I'm gathering information.
How are they gonna know? They're gonna know. How would they know?
Yeah, I'm gathering information. How dare you cast aspersions on my work ethic?
Me? I would never.
As you get there an hour and a half after we do all the fighting stones, like I was going to come here and investigate.
Yeah. I stand by that. That's a pretty good plan.
So, all of you are charging dead ahead into the Balanced Blades area. Well, charging is a strong word for what you're doing. Moseying. You're moseying, you're charging, you're scrying. But all of you are relatively going towards the Balanced Blades area.
Yeah. Well, during my trek over there, realizing that I'm slower than both Hammerstein and Molly, it's like while I am at least trying to keep pace, I've decided that I would probably be better suited to try to more methodically try to locate her in case she's decided to try to pull a trick on us.
Okay, so what are you going to do?
I'm going to spend time looking for like the exact path that she might have taken so that I'd be able to try to locate her.
Okay,
by anything that she might have left as a
Like
clue.
a blood trail.
I mean, you very specifically went the fastest way, which is not the exact same way that she's going.
Mm-hmm.
So, for you to do that, you're going to have to do almost a full backtrack to where the search started at that bloody wall. Is that what you're doing? Because did not follow Molly and Hammerstein. You're not trying to follow the same clues that they're trying to follow.
Okay, so
You were trying to cut them off, so you want it completely different.
yeah, I'm going to still go with that plan of trying to cut them off.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to find where, based off where I am, the closest place that would potentially intersect with whatever direction that they're going in.
Okay. I mean, that would be another survival check, and it's going to be relatively high because that's basically extrapolating from a starting point through city streets using your mental map. So just be aware this is going to be a difficult check.
Okay.
Technically, you still have advantage. I haven't cast another concentration spell yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it to wisdom.
Yeah, it is wisdom. It would be an advantage spell.
Okay.
Bonus.
Not didn't roll well, so never mind.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay. That is high enough that you don't think you know the correct way. But you're aware that you are not sure exactly where that would be, so that it's not worth tearing ass off in hopes. If you had gotten below a 10, I would have been like, oh no, you're really sure that this is where you have to cut them off at the pass, but you got a 10, so you're fine. I'm not going to make you tear ass in the wrong direction.
Okay, so if I know that I'm not going the right way, so I'm going to kind of scale my way back to make it easier for me to try to find signs of them.
I mean, you know that you're going the correct way. You just didn't have a direction to try and cut them off.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're still going the way that you believe is the quickest way to get to the balance plates bar.
Okay. Alright, then, yeah, I'm going to have to spend more time in the area looking around.
Okay, so you're stopping your headlong dash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to pick up some clues of what direction that they took.
Okay, at this point, you probably have been running for at least 20 minutes. So you're pretty close to the Horse's Head area.
Okay. If I'm close to the Horse's Head area, then I'm gonna run over to our bar.
Because yeah, it's about, your bar over there is about an hour away, and you've been running, which means that it's about half time. So yeah, you're about 5 to 10 minutes away from your bar.
Okay, then I will run over to our bar.
Okay.
Yeah, even though I've been slow, a running horse is like a quarter time, right?
Running horse is 120 feet around.
Yeah.
And like Molly, yeah. So you're doing you're doing quarter time, yeah.
Okay.
So instead of like 60 feet around like a carriage would, or 30 feet around like a person walking would,
Yeah.
you're going 120. So yeah.
Or even the 90 a rogue would go.
Yeah.
Good. Hopefully I'll beat the sorceress there. Should be.
Okay. So it's another 10 minutes have passed. As you're scrolling through, oh, you've got an orb. Thank God. I was really hoping that you had a physical manifestation of what was required. So, as you're scrolling through all of the undead and sending them on patrols, I mean, you found some rats, you found some homeless people.
Mm-hmm.
You found some people moving around in the sewers, but it's not the one you're looking for.
How do they react?
Not well. Rambling undead.
Yeah.
Squishy undead.
None of them attack you.
Yeah.
But
Run away.
yeah.
Cleared my space. Great. Continue. Like, I know that I got into that area because I went there and I was already there.
Yeah.
Well before then she could have arrived. So I'm not expecting to see her for a bit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I am basically just starting to get like little patterns where I'm filtering around and just waiting. Like I'm like I'm not a runner. I'm not gonna chase her down.
I don't do
That's-
this.
that's not
That's
what
a
I'm
lot
gonna-
of physical activity.
me and what is it? Doomsayer. We're gonna chill here and do our part from this side. He's already, I'm sure, given tools to them. I'm checking things out from here with my undead. That's what we do.
Doomsayer has moved on.
I will
He went back to the office.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm in my little orb world. I don't know what's going on.
You're fully inside of your corpses. Okay. So, you're going at... I am sorry. Oof. So it's another... so about 10 more minutes have passed. You're, like, passing pretty far through the horse's head at this point, just because you're moving so quickly. Go ahead and give me a perception check for the horse. I think it's yours because it's mental. A horse is a horse, of course.
And that's a horse. That horse is Mr. X.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a bunny.
The buddy can't roll to save her life. Plus 8, so 12.
Okay. As you go galloping by, what's your AC?
18.
As a horse?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You've got the needle.
That's right, I do. That horse is covered in tattoo.
That's cocked. Okay. As you go galloping by, you feel a thunk, and hear a squeak as a body rolls off the side of you. As Molly attempted to jump on you as you were riding by, but wasn't expecting your hide to be quite that hard.
Was she trying to stab into me?
No, she was literally trying to grapple you.
Oh,
It requires
grapple.
it's an attack roll, but she was literally trying to jump on, bounced off.
Look back. It's like, stop. Go back for her.
Sneeze on her face. Continue running.
Clap, clap.
Hey, you keep that pervert talk out of here.
Fuck you, horse. She's like, they're like Hammerstein's like, okay, now here you go, buddy. And she's just like, put me, stop it. And then,
Does Hammerstein also get on?
yeah.
Tell me which way. Nay, nay.
Molly's been having a bad chase. This is not good for her self-esteem.
Just up the
She just had her first dagger. It's all happened since that dagger was given to her.
Yeah, it must be. Oh, bollocks. Oh, I didn't do anything bad. I just pushed buttons. We're fine. Okay, so. I can sit there for a moment. Okay, so they're now directing you where they think that they have gone.
Yay. I'll also keep my perception up for blood droplets and stuff like that.
Okay. Are you slowing down to like keep an eye on, or are you just running past it?
Running past is just that passive 18 as I just glance around.
Yeah, you've got pretty high perception. Okay, by this time you are at the bar. The door blows open and Mother June blows in. You look at the barkeep and say with a grin,
And it's like, I tell the boys, gather around. We got a runner.
okay, let's see here. See how many are at the bar. Whoop. There is 7. Oh, nope, 10. That's a 9. There's 10 of the boys at the bar. Bollocks. And these would be Molly's. The ones Molly trained. So they're rogue boys.
You can create a minor illusion of the elf. Inside sorceress, potentially invisible, shapeshifted, or teleporting. So try to headed probably in the directions of the balance blades bleeding. Try to see if you can catch her.
Roy, because of course Roy's there. So, like, we good to go in the blades area, or do we stop at the boundary?
Yeah, stop at the boundary.
Okay. Yep. And they run off.
Alright, go with them.
Okay, so you now have are they spreading, did you tell them to spread out, or are you traveling in a bunch?
She now has a posse.
Yeah, is it like you with 10 boys, or are you sending them out to search in a wide array?
I mean, it's like I tell them to fan out, but stay within communication range in case you see something.
Okay. So they actually start scrambling. Like half of them are up on roofs, and as the other half go out into the streets so that they can signal to the roofs and to each other.
Okay.
The way you see them moving, you're like, oh, Molly's. Okay, Molly knows relatively well how to do the sneaky things.
Because these guys are bad.
But yeah, so I'll go with them. I'll be slower than they are, but I'll go with them.
Gosh, you got Molly to make fast boys.
Yeah, it's
They're the fastest.
we need fast, sneaky guys.
So they're all wearing blue. They go fast. It's the only Warhammer joke I know.
Isn't red the fast?
It's
yeah.
Red goes fast.
Yeah.
So I don't even
You,
know
of
that.
all people, should know that.
Red go fast.
It's red. Your job is to know things about red. That's
Incorrect.
that's part of your personality.
That's wildly incorrect.
It is blue go lucky?
For blues, like it's lucky.
Okay.
Okay, well yeah. Luckily they're wearing red, so it's fine. No, they're not actually. Ryan, there's no need to add that to your notes. It was a joke.
I'm still writing what I did.
Ryan adds jokes to his notes too.
That's true.
Okay, so Ryan's got the boys spreading out and searching. Okie dokie then. So, as you're traveling along, you would be the first to reach the boundary. So you are at the boundary between the blades and the horse's head. Do you just keep going?
Do I still see... Do we still see signs of her going this way?
Molly has been directing you to go this way.
Okay. I will slow down to not a full-out sprint as the horse as we enter their area, but just, normal horse speed.
Molly just kind of leans down and goes, you know that half your face is covered with fucking tattoos, right?
No, it's on my back.
You don't get to choose where it is.
I thought because it was full body, it was mostly back and not face.
No, full body is full body.
Oh.
You have, tattoos on the side of your face, too.
Well, they don't glow, which is the important part.
Wait. Let me check. It might be looking at the wrong one.
Because I know I asked if they glowed before, and he was like, no, they don't in fact glow.
Oh, no, it's it's your full torso and, parts of your arms. You're wearing, it looks like armor. But it's a tattoo, so it's on your skin, not your fur.
Yes.
And horses have that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, never mind. You're fine. Though they are riding a bareback horse.
Yeah.
The guy and his, daughter, whatever. That was weird.
I don't know. It's fancy Kentucky. I'm betting they're just red-nosed riding bareback. But does she tell me to go faster, or slowing down seems appropriate?
I mean, she's looking around frantically, and she's like, I kind of assumed that this is where she was, because this is, the fastest way to get here. I'm not seeing any signs, though.
Well, I'll keep heading, unless she tells me otherwise. I'll just head over at a normal pace to their bar.
Alright. So yeah, you'll be at the bar in about 25 minutes to a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time he would get to the bar, you'd be getting to the border.
But yeah, so with my 10 boys, are we able to pick up any clues as to where the sorceress?
You're moving significantly slower, and the boys are trained in these sorts of things. So go ahead and perception or investigation. You can do either.
I'll do perception.
Has it been more than an hour?
At this point, yes.
No. 19.
You do see some red. It looks like blood as you get closer. I mean, could have been. It's a little dry. It's not fresh. It looks like it's been here for at least 15 to 20 minutes.
Start thinking, it's like, how is she moving so fast?
You can do I guess it would be nature? I mean, it's
nature
a
or possibly arcana, depending on what she's using.
physics.
A math check.
Yeah, it's basically looking at something and understanding how it came to be looking as it is. It would be a physics thing. I think it's nature.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Splatter check?
Yeah, a blood splatter check.
Yeah, nature.
15.
You look at it and go, that's not like a rub. It's a drop. It's a splatter. It's a splash. Like it fell from a height.
Flight. And she's proven fourth level spells. What's fly?
Well, fly's third, but fly's not a very long duration thing.
Do we still have overland flight?
She has fourth. She has several third, and she
no.
could have just gotten through pretty quick by going a straight line as opposed to going through buildings. So she might have not had to take as long to get back.
Yeah, because regular overland flight it's no longer exists, and regular fly is only a 10-minute duration. So
And I imagine with, say, 3 of those, that she probably could have gotten where she needed. Because she could have cut straight between some districts where there's not real roads that we have. Going like diagonally.
But if she was flying around, she'd be pretty easy to spot up in the air, wouldn't she?
There's also the possibility she did another polymorph and it's just leading out of a bird.
That's true, but then we would be dealing with somebody who's got at least 3 4th level spells, probably.
In which case we made a mistake and should have allied with her. And if not, we need to take her down now. Well, she's used them.
You want to live? Surrender.
So it was a drop, and it probably fell from a high distance. I'll get up on a roof and look around and see if I can see something flying around.
Okay. How do you get on top of the roof? I'm just asking, are you flying? Do you need an athletics check to climbing? Like, if you're climbing, I need an athletics check. If you're,
No.
like, if you are going to create a ladder, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find a place that I can essentially like kick jump my way up there. I could probably find a way to acrobatics up there, maybe.
Parkour.
You could find a spot where acrobatics would be a possibility, but it would be harder than climbing DC-wise.
Okay.
Just because you're basically kicking off between 2 buildings, Jackie Channing your way up.
That's just a wall jump, but you can do that all the
Also,
time.
don't
You ever
you
been
just-
Mario?
Have free phase steps?
Yeah, I do, but
I don't want to use my free resources.
it's like it's one. Whatever. I'll if I think athletics will be easier, I'll go with that.
It would be easier.
Okay.
It would be a lower DC than acrobaticsing.
Then,
And you do have a +4.
yeah. So I'll go ahead and athletics my way up onto the roof.
Good enough.
23.
Yeah, you make it up there just fine. You could climb right up to the side of a building.
I think that's the proper thought process for someone who is not very strong, except for the fact that you have a magic item that makes you quite strong.
Yeah.
So your brain keeps saying, "No, I can't just climb that."
And then you just,
And then you
"Oh,
just go,
right."
"Oh yeah."
These magic clapping goes.
Yeah. So get up on the roof and look around and see if I can see
Okay, perception check.
the sorceress climbing something. So 21.
You notice that off in the distance. Well, first thing you notice is like relatively closer to like behind you. There was a place with like a blood smear, like something landed. and then off in the distance you do see a figure flying through the air. Like, for example, say one of their spells ran out and they had to land and cast another spell to continue moving.
How far distant are they from me?
At this point, they're probably 400 feet or so.
Blam!
It's like 400 feet.
Of all the days to not have Eldritch Spear.
True.
That thing has that long of a reach.
Nah, it's like 300.
Yeah.
Still
It
pretty
is
long
just
though.
That's
300.
crazy.
Still pretty long though. I like
I
to
forget.
imagine- I
Can
like
you
to-
combine that with like sorcerer and extend that?
say I'm at the border, and this
I don't know if there's a
is
range
straight into the
increase.
blades area right
Mhm.
now. Okay.
There's duration increase. Yeah, there's distance spell. Yeah, which like doubles it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go nuts.
Can you do that on a cantrip?
I'm pretty sure you can melee cantrips.
As you just
But I don't
kneel down with your sniper.
In 3.5 you could.
Yeah. But in 3.5, Eldritch Blast wasn't cantrip.
Yeah.
Because
But I like to imagine Eldritch Spear, unlike other Eldritch Blast, would shoot like a little beam. It literally just extends a poke out and just jabs you.
Solid line the entire way back.
Just poking at you.
Because your butt's not coming, or at least
Not right now.
Not that we know of. It's like I'm gonna try to trace her down.
Okay.
It's like I actually got eyes on her. I'll call my 10 boys to come with me.
Get her!
And it's like I've spotted her, and she's up flying in the distance.
And
Okay.
remember, you do have the stones.
Yep.
Yeah. When you cast a spell with a range of 5 feet or greater, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double the range of that spell. So yeah, it would work on cantrips. It's any spell.
So that can make that, what, 600 feet?
Mm-hmm. Funk. Ow.
Yeah.
With a very specific build, yeah.
Of Sorcerer Warlock.
Hey man,
spell.
if you picked up Eldritch Spear, you're gonna get into it.
Yeah, no. At that
And
point, you're building a...
Look, you don't have to be sorcerer. You can just pick up the feet, Magic Adept,
Oh, okay.
and get a couple of them. No problem.
Yeah, at that point, you're building a build of, I want to be 600 feet away and poke someone with an Eldritch shot.
Just whispering, repelling blast. Bah! Are you sure we're safe here at the edge of the cliff? Of course, sir. There's nobody within 400 feet of you. Little did they know. I do so like precariously standing at the edge of a high cliff.
Look how it makes my cape flap in the wind.
Shouldn't we kill him? Don't do it. It's a trap. What? That's an ex-adventurer and he wants to go adventuring again, but he can't until he dies. If you kill him, you're fulfilling his dream. No, leave him. Leave him to the administrative bureaucratic work of being a lord.
Should we destroy his entire barony? No, that would just make him more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Set him free.
Right now, he has responsibility.
Yeah,
And he's
never,
too good to leave it behind.
never set them free. I've got nothing to lose.
Are we waiting on someone?
No.
They're moving on.
Yeah.
I was looking some stuff up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yes, while I'm chasing, I'll go ahead and use my sending stone to Mary.
Yes.
And it's like I've spotted her. She's in the blades area, still flying. And it's like she's about yay. Wherever she is, like building wise, as far as I know, landmarks and stuff.
Am I in the Blades area yet?
No, you're moseying, as you recall.
Hey, that's
And
still
you stopped flying.
that's still a double move and not triple.
No.
Mosey is single move.
Yeah. You're moving at regular speed, you said.
Hell yeah, it's like, oh.
You're not running, you're literally moving at 30 feet around.
And specifically on the ground, not straight.
Yeah, well, I was in disguise.
Yes.
I mean, you're still hustling for a person just walking into the
Yeah,
city, but you're not doing a double move. You're not running.
Do I know where that is, approximately?
Approximately.
Do I see them from where I am?
No, you're not even near the... you're still in the horse's head area.
Then I'll start double moving.
Okay.
But I don't have wings right now, so I can't fly.
Okay, so you're hustling.
Yes.
You did get sent a message, and you can reply to those messages.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way. I'm close to that.
You haven't even put on your makeup yet. You haven't left the house.
I literally have,
I'm on my
the
way.
makeup on already.
You're about 15 minutes away from them.
Yeah.
At this point, at the border. If you've stopped at the border, are you continuing on?
I'm continuing.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to catch them since they're in my vision.
Okay, just so you know, they're moving very fast.
How fast?
120 feet around.
Oh, jeez, I would never keep up with that.
I thought fly was 30.
Fly is 60.
Fly is 60, but you can't double move.
You can't?
I don't think so.
Why?
You can use your action to move.
Doesn't it just give you a flight speed?
Yeah, gain to fly
Yeah,
speed.
fly-
You can double move.
Oh, okay. There.
Whoosh.
No, there's some weird abilities that give you fly that don't let you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
like
no,
with,
it just gives you the speed.
For example, brooms of flying, I don't think you can double move with.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm not actually sure.
I think they can move 40 feet a turn. Is their thing?
It might say turn. Oh, well.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't exactly remember the exact wording. I might be wrong. But yeah.
We don't have those. I'm not sweating it.
And we totally could. They would probably only be like 250 gold.
Yeah, but then you're
They're
going to have to get like
common?
a
Yeah.
license and all that.
We assume. We have
You
not looked
fly
into
literally all over the place, and no one stopped you and asked you if you had a license.
And
for
notice
them
I'm not
wings.
on a broom. It's just the broom is a controlled substance, probably.
I don't know. This isn't my world, but I do have literal notes for a world I'm building that include bureaucracy for trying to get around with that kind of magic item. Flight.
You appear to be ruining my combats. How dare
I
you?
mean, hey, it
Take
makes
your
sense.
fine.
In a world where three-dimensional travel exists, there's going to be three-dimensional traffic control.
Licenses, tests, fines.
You're outside your lane, citizen.
Take all the fun out of it.
Yeah, no, it has a fly speed of 50 feet.
Brooms?
Yeah. Unless you're over 200 pounds.
With all of your equipment, which almost everyone is.
I wouldn't be.
Because people are fat, they're heavy.
Okay.
Yep. Jason.
Jason.
Can't avoid us forever.
Alright. She appears to be heading to the inn,
Okay.
from what you can tell. So, is that the only person you contact?
Yeah. Contact Mary. Yeah. Because let's see. So she's going to the inn. To my boys, and it's like we're not gonna rush the place, but we want to make sure that she stays there if she's gonna end up there. But she might send some of her own boys out, so if that's the case, then we're gonna retreat.
So literally gonna be me, Hammerstein, and Molly fighting her when she gets here, plus all the blades.
And it's like, well, I'm following her. I don't know where you are in relation to me.
True, but are you sending the boys back and not having them rush in with us?
No, they're going with him.
Oh, okay.
They're with me.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling them what I'm planning as far as while we're going along, because I'm not going to take my 10 dudes and go and fight the entire Blades Bar by myself.
6. The Alpha Strike alone will probably kill you.
And evidently, Crawford says, yeah, you could probably dash with a broom.
Good thing he never has bad opinions on rules.
True enough, but he's the best we have for the official rules. But he does admit it's an oddball because the broom has its own speed, not you.
Yeah, because it's a mount. Just like horses. Just like horses.
Yeah, but have always been so used to everyone always being over 200 pounds and a broom being, 50 or 30.
You have to remember that most people are carrying, 40 to 80 pounds of equipment.
True.
That's pretty standard.
I mean, shoot, I'm 190.
Mm-hmm.
Carry I can carry like 2 swords and break the speed limit. Do I need to reiterate my extremely effective diet advice?
Your body's an anomaly.
The cornerstone of healthy living is frozen foods, fish sticks, ramen.
Listen, if it's not the Gordon man, we don't want it.
Yeah. Get some macaroni in there. Be sure to eat out regularly. If you don't stress
I do better at that than you, I feel.
Yeah, if you don't stress test the body, it doesn't learn.
Constitution check from you.
Don't you love when your DM is just quiet for a while and we're just joking around and then he just looks up at one of the players and says, "You need a Constitution check." Check or save?
Save, sorry. It's a save. For the horse, mind you. The horse's constitution, which should be higher than yours.
Should be.
Yeah, mine's 15. Horse is only 12, so 9.
Unfortunate.
So I'm guessing the passive 18 perception didn't spot her before she spotted us.
I mean, you're a horse looking forward. She's a woman flying up your ass.
I hope that's not literal.
Okay, you take 41 cold damage. As do Molly and Hammerstein.
Man.
Well, I'm still up, but...
The horse is still up?
No, I am still not unconscious because I only
Yeah.
have 45 health. And this... Temp HP lasts till it breaks. What was your temp HP you gave us?
Yeah.
Well, it's almost certainly gone now because the horse took it.
Yeah.
8.
8? Okay.
Oh.
Would you kill Molly?
No. So, as you tumble out of your horse form onto the ground, shivering in the cold, Molly is lying on the ground and is starting to move and get up, and in front of you is an icicle statue of your elven companion Hammerstein, as he seems to have been frozen solid.
I'm guessing Cone of Cold has specific, if you kill them, they turn into an ice statue?
Yes. They are frozen statues until they thaw.
Huh.
However, they still get death saves, and you still can do things like cast healing spells on them and things like that. They're not, it's not petrified.
Okay.
They're not completely screwed.
Good, I won't have to spend this diamond dust I have on me.
So,
Initiative?
I mean, you're on the ground and she's still flying away. So she is currently 60 feet away from you, flying through the air away from you. So, yeah, I suppose it would be your turn. But she literally did a flyby.
I'm guessing she just recognized Molly and Hammerstein.
Yeah, she was aiming for Molly, who stabbed the ever-living crap out of her.
How rude. Just blasting spells in the middle of the street. Won't somebody think of the civilians?
Sure. I'll think of them. There's 12 dead civilians.
Murder.
Old person. 60-foot range.
Okay.
She needs a 17 check.
Just any check.
Wisdom
No,
saving.
history check. A history check, clearly.
Wisdom saving throw.
That,
My checks are better than all of you. I have magic equipment.
that is one thing that
Alright.
they could do better, is put like the saving throw like in like the top corner or something of a spell description. Says
So as you reach up and grab for her, she throws it off. Okay. So she's now... Actually, you cast at her. So, she... Yeah. Yeah, sure, she would do that. So as you cast at her, she turns around and launches a spell back at you. 20?
To hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's... you take 11 damage from a firebolt.
Okay. Next turn, I will
No, she is now 120 feet away from you.
I will summon a Fae. Using my summon Fae, point at her. See that flying lady? Go kill her.
Get her.
And he'll take off.
Does he fly?
He does not fly, but he does
teleport.
have teleport and movement.
So he's got a chance.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Where starts? Speed 40 feet. And once a turn, he also has a 30-foot teleport as bonus action.
Okay, they don't have the ability to magically track, is my understanding?
No, but I'm pointing her out. Go chase and kill that woman.
Okay, well, she's flying through the air, it's running through the streets.
Well, teleport up to roofs and try to fall as best you can.
I mean, I'm just saying, it might not be as simple as that.
It might not be, but it has a better thing than I would. Then the next turn, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Hammerstein.
Speaking of, we need to next step save. Yeah. Okay.
So that is... Level 1 is 2d8 or 1d8 for Cure Wounds?
It's 1d8 at level 1, I believe. Or maybe it's 2d8 and then it's 1 after that.
1d8 plus spellcasting ability.
Yep, that's what I thought. It's
And
1d8 per level.
Yeah, 1d8 per level.
How long does your little Fae stick around?
An hour.
Okay.
It has a much better chance than my animated like coin or something would have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he regains 11 health.
Okay. So Hammerstein is like just shivering, but awake.
Yes.
And Molly's just like, like breathing really hard, kind of dragging herself over.
Yeah, it's probably worth doing a good healing.
Molly looks really, really
I will go ahead and... It's like, we'll have to hoof it from here, but go ahead and activate...
You were
Are you intending to
before?
I was not intending to pun.
You were not intending a pun.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's...
What's that? You sound a little hoarse. You're just gonna saddle me with more responsibilities? You know, once I get the bit between my teeth, I really just run away with it.
That's true. We live in fantasy Kentucky. There's probably all sorts of great force puns out here. They probably got
I
some
would
good
like to
ones.
point out that you are on the street with lots of corpses all around you.
Call the guards. Some crazy lady just murdered a bunch of random civilians for no reason. I mean, yeah, if there was anything that was going to get the guards to bring a hammer down, it's blasting a street full of pedestrians with cone of cold.
Which is a 5th level spell?
Yes.
It's pretty strong.
Okay, so... Yeah. Switch over to
What could
Chalice
be your
form.
top one, though?
Healing Molly.
Doesn't that take wild shapes?
Yes, that's why I meant hoofing it. I won't have a second wild shape. We'll have to actually
yeah.
run. 23 health to her.
Okay.
Me, I'm down a lot. Gain 24. Hammerstein also still looking pretty beat up, or Molly?
Hammerstein has 11 health right now.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to concentrate him to say that he goes away, like he can walk back.
Yeah, but I need more people with me. He regains another 15. And start jogging on towards the after. I do like Chalice. It gives me, makes my cure wounds, 2d8 plus 10. Plus with the sickle, another plus d4.
Okay, so Molly and Hammerstein are about a little over half health at this point.
About the same.
Okay.
And random Fayboy just trying to catch up.
But I saw her slow down.
No, she probably, like, there's buildings in between you and her now. Like, you saw her because you were on the roof. But you're still probably about 5 minutes off from where she hit him with the cold.
But the boys could see her because they're on the roof, right?
Well, they're following you at the same speed you are, so they're not on the roof anymore because you said come together and follow me. So you're moving in a mass.
No.
Which was probably the best decision in going into enemy territory.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to keep up with you otherwise because they'd have to constantly be scrambling to roofs.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're faster than I am.
Also, with the summoned Fae, I would have summoned it 90 feet ahead of me and then yelled at it to follow that. Kill that flying lady.
Okay.
So, he has a little bit more of a lead, but...
I mean, he still goes significantly slower.
Because of that straight arrow flying, yeah. But it's
not
only
straight arrow flying, and he goes 40 feet, or she goes 120 feet.
And he goes 110.
No, because he can't teleport, like, in straight lines through buildings.
Yeah, he would have to teleport on buildings and be running.
Yeah, which if you're going 30 feet, you're going up.
Yes.
Which is not forward.
that would lose him some speed, yes. Then he would just be on the rooftops.
Yeah, so then you have to run and then stop and wait until this thing comes back, or try to jump and fall back onto the street. Like,
Okay.
there's big alleyways in between the houses.
Does he have like an acrobatic sort of like ability, or?
Like, he's going to be able
Because
to
I feel
keep,
like Nick is assuming that he's jumping from rooftop to rooftop with his movement.
he'll be able to keep sight of her, but he's
Yeah.
not catching up.
I'm fine with that.
Is what I'm basically saying here. Is like, he's not moving anywhere. He can't move his full movement because he's not going in straight lines. She is.
And I will have made it mirthful. They can force one creature. Wait, she's an elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Trixie. It's charm effect. Fuck.
Goddamn elves. Isn't the whole person a charm effect too?
Nope.
No.
Paralysis.
Okay. So yes, she gets to the balance blades in. So you're at this point in moving into the balance blades territory. You at this point would have gotten to where the like big frozen frost happened, and you're about 5 minutes from the actual inn.
Mm-hmm. And Faye?
The Fae would be getting into the inn.
Okay.
Can you see through the Fae's eyes?
No.
Okay.
His orders are just murder that flying lady.
Yeah.
So, he'll go the best he can about it.
Yep.
I couldn't find her, but I really wanted to finish the job, so I just found a kid, made it float, and killed it.
I mean,
Contract fulfilled. Yeah, 100% success rate.
I mean, there are people who fly in the city besides that lady.
Yeah.
But you pointed.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he was 90 feet away.
Could have been that lady. Could have been anyone over there. There are lots of people over that way.
I'm tempted to make you do a check, but this is already going weird, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to let
He
you
is
have
out
this
here
one.
making deals with Faye. Notoriously for their faithful and full frontal
Listen,
adherence to the rules.
I love being pedantic. So when I'm like deliberately not doing it, don't tempt me. You know how I love that. Stop it.
Yeah.
You're over here like just waving a steak in front of my face when I'm trying to go vegetarian or something. Stop it.
Bob,
Helping you.
if you ever try and go vegetarian, I'm gonna wave a steak in front of your face. That's not who you
Yeah,
are.
You've
I
clearly
appreciate
something's
it.
gone wrong.
Yeah, that's not who you are as a person. I've known you long
You've been
enough.
brainwashed and
I mean-
replaced with a pod person.
Ain't nothing wrong with being vegetarian as
No,
long as you keep
I-
it to yourself.
Yeah, I didn't say there was.
It's
I
a
said if
shameful
you
secret.
specifically.
Something does have to die every day for me to be happy.
I know. I just like at that point that just wouldn't be you.
Okay, so you make it to the outside of the balance blades bar, like it's within sight. Like you are now in the approach, so you have to decide what you're going to do.
You're now here.
Do you go fight her alone?
It's you, Molly, and Hammerstein. All three of you are injured.
Yeah, solo YOLO. You can do it.
Do I hear any signs of screaming or battle?
Perception check. I mean, you're at this point. You're like 200 feet away from the bar,
Yeah.
so I'm giving you room to maneuver without being potentially spotted, basically.
Yeah.
So you are far away.
So, 13?
No, I mean, there's just city noise. Can't hear over it.
Do I still feel the connection to my spell?
Is it concentration?
Yes.
You would know.
No, you don't. It snapped about a minute ago.
Hmm. I will duck into an alley near here. It's like, wait, call Mother June on the sending stone. Molly, Hammerstone, at bar, hurt. Could we tell she came here?
You believe it.
Okay.
Believe it.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It's like Hammerstein.
You've already got. Yeah, you're at she.
Yeah.
Much like a spelling bee, you can't go back.
Her, she hit, she should be here. Has used a, she should be here waiting for backup before making move.
You got 4 to spare. Look at that. Alright, so that's what you hear about there, June.
And you get 25 back.
Yeah.
So you've used your stone,
Mm-hmm. To the return message.
Well, don't the stones also one message to each other stone, not just one message by themselves?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why they were built as if they were really multiple. You just had to combine them all into one thing to keep track of.
Yeah.
For the return message, and it's like. Assess enemy numbers. Rendezvous. So safe location.
The spell just times out, man. Beep, 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 beep. I'm sorry, you hung up.
Attempt to defeat while weak. Have boys in tow with me.
What do feet have to do with anything?
I don't know, but he's just got the toes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since next time I get the feeling that we're going to do a full battle, and I want to make sure that we have the time to do that, I think I'm going to cut us off a little early. So, like, comment, subscribe, stick around, and check out other items on the channel. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.